Thank you. All right, so hope everybody had a good little break there. We're able to refill their drinks. So now we're going to get to your night. So, first name I've got up here is Ashley. You want to come on up?
Come on up, Ashley.
Can't wait
You
to
were
hear
here
your
last month,
story.
weren't you? Awesome. You had a really good story. Did you hear the episode? The episode went out this week.
Oh, no, not yet.
Yeah.
But I will check it out.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
So I've got 2 UFO stories.
Awesome.
To change it up a bit. They're not my experiences 100%, but secondhand. So I have a brother-in-law who said when he was younger, like 14, and he grew up in the country, he something woke him up. It was not a noise, it was just something inspired him to wake up. And then he went and he felt like he should go to this window that's in the hallways, not in his bedroom. And he went there and he saw a triangle shape with 3 lights just kind of glowing there. And he got so scared that he crawled up into a ball and he just passed out, like he went to sleep. And he woke up there. So it's not a dream per se, because, well, it could have been. But I heard the same story from an old coworker of mine that said she had the same kind of experience where something impelled her to wake up and go to this window to look out in the middle of the night, of course. And again, it was a shape. It was a triangle with the 3 glowing lights. And then I guess she just went back to bed. But in the morning, she told her dad that she's like, oh, I saw that. He's like, oh, I saw it too. So I don't know what inspired them to like wake up, go see it, but I thought that was kind of spooky. The second is kind of related to the highway situation. But this was from an old coworker of mine that's a bit older than me, and he was in a family trip driving in a farm field, or on roads between farm fields, grain. And he was in one of those cars that I guess they call it a wayback. It's like the driver and the passenger in the front had a passenger seat, where like way back in the day. Anyways, so he was the youngest of his brothers, so he was sitting in the front, and then his brothers were all sitting in the back. They're driving along on like Sunday day, and between these cornfields, and all of a sudden they see like a metal ball roll across the corn field, and he saw it, and then he kind of looked to his brothers, and they kind of looked like they saw it, and then no one said anything about it. And he told me once that like back in the 90s when there was all those like crop circle videos, you would see like a metal ball. So I don't know if it was one of those UFO things, but
Making a crop circle.
yeah. So anyways, that's my story.
That's clean.
Awesome.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Excuse me. Emma, would you like to come up and tell your story?
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi Jazz, hi Ashley.
Hello.
I was here last time and I mentioned a B word, and I'm going to tell you a story about that B word. You were keen for it last time, but I'll tell you tonight.
Awesome.
Many of you might have heard in the movies and horror shows about banshees, but my mom actually met one. So I'm going to tell you that story tonight. My mom grew up in Ireland in the 1940s, long time ago. And when she was a young kid, she lived in rural Ireland, tiny village, I'm talking minuscule, and they had a radio, but the radio was broken. And my granddad, Paddy, of course he's called Paddy, he wanted to go and listen to a boxing match on the radio. So he went down the road to his friend's house and he brought my mom with him. My mom's called Maggie, by the way. So they had their evening and then they were on the way home. Now, Paddy had his bike and a little carriage behind him. And they were going up these tiny country lanes on the way home. And they were passing a parochial hall. It's like a church hall, I'm not sure if they have them here. and the trees are like dark over the road like this. There's no street lights, there's no electricity. It's the early 40s in Ireland. And Mum said she heard this noise. She'd never heard anything like this noise before in her life. I'm going to try and replicate what she said to me. I'm going to burst out laughing. She said she heard this really weird noise. And Paddy turned around to her, my granddad turned around and said, "Did you hear that?" And she said, "Yes." And she looked up above the trees and she saw this dark, bat-like creature which was about 20 feet wide above the trees. And Paddy, my granddad, said, "Get in the bike!" And they jumped in the bike and legged it home as fast as they could. So they got home, and my grandma, Mary, of course, another typical Irish name here, Mary says to Paddy, "Paddy, what's wrong with you? You look like you've seen a ghost." And he said, "No, I'm fine, I'm fine, don't worry about me." And "Maggie, get to bed with you." Of course, Mum didn't go to bed. She hid in the stairwell just to hear what was going on. And she listened, and Mary said, "Are you okay, Paddy? Are you sure?" And he said, "I've just seen something, and Maggie saw it too. I saw a ghost or something out there." And Mum, looking back on this, she said, it was a banshee. It had to be a banshee. And if anyone doesn't know, a banshee is it's an Irish myth, and it means fairy woman, and it comes to herald the death of someone you know. So that's what a banshee is.
Okay.
And the very next day, on that row of houses, an old man had passed away that very night. So there you go.
Wow.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, I mean, not that he died, but that's cool.
There you go. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
Charisse.
Therese. Do you want to sit?
Yeah, Sherman like hates me right now.
Have a seat.
Oh, my freaking leg hurts.
You'll have to put the microphone right up to that one up to your mouth.
Okay.
Comes.
Ooh, okay.
There you go. You can take it
So-
off if you want. There you go.
I have about 4 stories. They're all highway related. So the first one I'll go with the Highway 59 by South Beach. We were driving there, me and my wife, and we were just like, just driving and just listening to music, and then all of a sudden I seen this girl in white on like my side of the car.
Okay.
And I kind of looked, and like she was just standing there. And then, but she had long hair. Like I couldn't tell if it was the spaghetti strap lady or not, but she had like a white dress.
Right.
Couldn't see her feet, but she just was like looking like down like this, and she had long hair. And then I looked at my wife. I was like, "Oh my God, I just seen something really freaky." And then I looked back, and she was gone.
Yeah.
Oh, that gives me chills thinking about it.
That's pretty
Yeah.
cool that it's the same kind of idea, but totally different location.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it was weird. Like it's confusing to me too. Like it makes you wonder like what else happened,
Right.
So and then the next one is Highway 8.
Oh.
We seen, what did we see?
It was a snowstorm.
Okay, so it was a snowstorm, and we were driving, and this guy, out of nowhere, like we passed by him, and then I was like, "Oh my God, what's he doing? It's a snowstorm, right?"
Yes.
And I looked back, and he's nowhere to be found.
So just like walking along the
Yeah,
highway.
he's just walking along the highway, and then there's other guy. I think that was like a human person, but like we couldn't say anything, and like he was a human. But this one like was a human, not like a different like that same night. So like the one guy just disappeared, but then another guy just came out of nowhere, and we almost hit him, and like
Especially in the snowstorm.
yeah, I couldn't piece it together.
He jumped in front of
Yeah.
a car.
He jumped in front of the car, and like he was just there, and then
Crazy highway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Highway 9, the same thing happened. We seen another guy just standing there, and then I look back, he's gone. Like, I don't know what's going on, but like it was freaky. And every time
What
we
time of day were these about?
I don't know, maybe like it was nighttime, all nighttime.
Nighttime? Yeah.
Yeah.
Between
Yeah,
Okay.
7 and yeah, and then well, the South Beach one was like 12:30. Like
Okay.
it was like fairly late. We just came back from South Beach, and yeah, like I don't know. I couldn't piece it together. I have no clue what happened there, but it just gives me the creeps thinking about it. I can't even. And then there was another one.
Yep.
There was East Selkirk. This was recently. Me and my wife were driving, just taking a drive, and we were kind of like, well, we wanted to go down this one road because we got curious, and we drove into a big black mist, and the car stopped running, my phone stopped running, like everything electrical stopped, and we could just feel something like around the car, obviously, right? We're like, okay, this is too coincidental.
Right.
And then it's gone. And we smelled smoke too.
We saw that shadow
Yeah.
running across.
And we seen the shadow, so we drove into the mist, and then we seen a shadow run across the road, and then our electronics just stopped. And then we smelled smoke, all the same at the same time.
That's weird.
Yeah, and we have no clue what happened.
Well, East Selkirk is so haunted though too.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, it is. It's pretty freaky out that way. Every time we drive out there, I always get the chills, and I can't explain
I
it.
think it was April, we had a lady came up who actually does I didn't find out till after she came up on stage and talked to us. She was up in Selkirk, and she actually is the one that runs the Métis, what is it called? Cultural page, I guess.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And she posts the coolest stories and creepy stories, but a lot more history than the haunting stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
we borrowed some of her stuff in Halloween
Yeah.
time because it was really, really cool. And she came up here and she told us some really, like, creepy cool stuff.
Yeah.
And she'll be coming, she'll be our guest speaker in September.
Nice.
Yeah, but she, I can't remember her stories to repeat at this point, but
You
like,
guys should do like a Selkirk theme.
she had Selkirk stories, she had Winnipeg stories.
She's
Oh wow.
got like all across the Interlake,
Yeah.
Netlake
yeah.
Creek, and
Oh.
yeah.
And then the Black Mist. Didn't somebody have a Black Mist story not that long ago? See, we get so many stories. It's
Yeah, it
hard
was
to keep
freaky.
track, but yeah,
It was just total black. Like we just
That's
drove through it,
something, eh?
and then everything stopped, and my phone was never the same after that night.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was permanent. Like
Try to explain that to Apple, eh?
I couldn't figure it out.
Yes, I swear to God.
Yeah, and then like her car stopped mid freaking drive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like
And it was-
the high beams wouldn't work
Yeah.
anymore. Like,
Yeah.
and I have a brand new car. I've got
Yeah.
a
Yeah, yeah.
2025 Hyundai.
Yeah. Everything just stopped. Yeah.
Was it Evelyn? Evelyn Street?
No, it
No.
was by that old creepy church in East Selkirk. Like,
Oh,
we were
St.
driving
Peter's.
Anthony's.
way back.
St. Peter's.
Oh, St. Peter's?
No,
St.
yeah,
Peter's
St.
Diner,
Peter's
but-
in
yeah.
East Selkirk.
That one's something else, guys. You should definitely check that one out.
Yeah, I don't know St. Peter's.
We went there. We drove there a couple of times and sat there, and holy, I can't even.
It's okay.
It gives me the chills. I can't even. We were like, we didn't even stick around. We're like, hey, let's go for a walk, and then we're like, second thought, maybe not.
Maybe
Like,
not.
and it was like the nighttime, and it's freaky. You guys gotta check it out. I definitely recommend it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Thank
Like-
you. We will.
Like with Charisse, we interviewed her, me and my pod partner, 2001.
Yep.
Or not 2001.
2021.
2021.
Yeah, you guys are
And
just starting. Yeah.
she's got so many
Yeah.
amazing stories.
Yeah.
Like there are truly, it goes back to saying there are people that
Yeah.
see things like they're I shouldn't say prone to things. What's a better word?
Open.
Open.
I swear it
Yeah.
follows her though.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
she can probably go someplace. Well, here we go. Gary, where are you? Jerry,
Jerry,
the spirit of this place.
Yeah.
King's Head Spirit.
Yeah, it's because like so my family, I never really explained it why, but I don't really tell people this much because they don't really believe
Right.
me. But
No.
so the woman in my family, we have a gift. We dream the future. We can tell the past when we touch just random things. We can sense things, like we're really open.
Yep.
So us having this gift is like a freaking beacon of light.
Right.
And it's handed down from generation to generation. My mom, she's very open about it too. My daughters now have it. Yeah, it's like I'll give an explanation. So an example, my brother was recently jumped, and at 12:30, I woke up in a panic, and my daughter came home. She had a headache. My mom woke up crying at 12:30, and then my son, he was playing a game and he was angry, and then that's when my brother was jumped.
Yeah.
Like all of us felt different things, and so it kind of follows me. Like it's like a beacon, and I have to learn how to channel it better, but it's not exactly nice sometimes.
And speaking of the black mist, I just recall, because we get so many stories, the apartment block you lived on
Yep.
the Portage, right? You
Yep.
have a black mist.
Yeah, Casaloma. Yeah, that was freaky, man. That was a huge, massive black void I walked through. Like I couldn't even see my hallway light. I couldn't even see anything past this black mist, and I was brave because I had to use the washroom. I walked right by it, but I was like, oh my god, I'm freaked out. But I ran through it, and then it just dissipated. So yeah.
She lived in an apartment block, I'm going to speak on her behalf, that there was actually a very tragic fire in 1928 on Portage Avenue. The block is still there, Sherbrooke and Portage?
Yep.
Yeah. And 5 people died. I think 2 or 3 of them actually jumped to their death. And it took off like the top 2 floors or something.
Yeah. Most of the deaths were the top floors, and I was living in one of the suites where a lawyer was trapped, and he suffocated.
Yeah. So, like of all people, you would have to live in that block, right?
Yeah, and like I moved there because I just thought it was nice. Like it's so perfect architecture wise, and then it's haunted as fuck. So that was just great. So yeah.
I mean, I'm laughing with her, not at her, because we talked to her for quite some time and her experiences. And
we've known each other since 2021.
I know, right?
Yeah. And then the last time I was here, I told Ashley I would tell about the Selkirk Legion.
Yes, you did.
But that's not the theme today. I don't know if I can.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell any story. Doesn't have to be highway related.
Well, I didn't even say anything about the Legion. I just told Ashley I would tell it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, next time.
See, I wasn't here. I missed it. I was sick.
So I worked at the Legion in Selkirk. They might hate me for this, but at this point I don't work there anymore, so it's fine. I cannot explain how many things have happened to me in that whole 2 years working there. It was almost every second day. Like I was cleaning the bathrooms, the stall opened and slammed shut, and then there was a toilet paper roll dispenser slammed open, and then there was I'd hear footsteps right behind me, and like I thought maybe it was just my boss, but then I was like hello, and I was like looking around and no one was there. And I thought maybe it was one of my one of my coworkers, because you naturally go to the logic, right? And I just was like, hello, and then no one was there. But they were like boots, like they were like soldier boots. And so that was really freaky. And then there was a piano that started playing on its own when I was cleaning, and there was I felt myself being watched. And the speaker went on, the speaker went off one time when I was listening to music. I heard full conversations in the ladies' room when no one was there in the ladies' room. And then one day I walked in the entranceway and I heard a man say, oh, hi. And then I was like, oh, hey, and I'm like half asleep. I'm thinking it's my coworker. And then I'm like, wait a second, no one's here. So I'm like, I mean no harm, guys, I'm just cleaning, right? But like they got used to me, right? And then when and then so when I'd walk by the ladies' room, I also heard a lady go, hello there. And I'm like, hi. So it was never really like malevolent. It was just very prankster and like friendly. But there was this one time downstairs, once in my whole time there, that I felt a really bad presence in the basement. Yeah, like I was due to clean after social, and I felt something really something very evil and bad. And it made me turn on all the lights in the building. Like I was just that freaked out. And then it stopped my scrubber, my floor scrubber. yeah, so that was the only time I really felt something bad.
But I mean, like a Legion, I could see a Legion being
Yeah.
a happy place, right?
100%, yeah.
So I mean, you know,
Yeah.
people have good times, they hang out, so
Yeah.
probably just spirits just came back to what they
100%, yeah.
liked. You know?
Lots of people went through those doors. So there was a lot of people who went through those doors. A lot of people didn't come back through those doors either, right? Like
Yeah.
there was so much, there's so much like activity and energy there that like it's hard to really not have any, right? Like it's just a place that people go to have some good memories. They go to for the funerals of their comrades, right? Like it's just so many people have went through those doors, and so I wasn't overly ever surprised. So, but yeah, like I've been watched, I've been followed, I've been touched, I've been. It's just freaky. And then the alarms, something tripped the alarm one time. That was great. I thought it was like someone breaking in, but it was like a sensor went off, and then I had to call my boss, and then, oh my god, it's so freaky. But yeah, it's just, there was so many times I came home and I would tell my wife, oh my god, this happened to me. And even she, when she came in to help me work one time, she felt it. She was like, I don't like this. This doesn't feel nice. Yeah, so, yeah, but that's about it.
Okay.
Awesome.
Pictures.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We should almost have like a Selkirk episode.
A Selkirk theme.
Just Selkirk, yeah.
I can tell you.
I would love to just random stories like just for Selkirk. I don't know, is there a Meanwhile in Selkirk page?
Yeah, boy.
Meanwhile, Selkirk and then by that thing Selkirk, all around Selkirk, all sorts of.
So maybe I'll reach out to them and see. I think I did.
Yeah.
I used to do that years ago, but it gets so tedious reaching out to all these communities. Because then you get the, you know, you have a ghost story you'd like to share, we'd like to talk about it, and then you'll get some old codger and there's no such thing as ghosts.
Yeah, well,
It's like,
actually,
okay.
people in some, there's a few people that did tell, or that would talk about.
Right. Yeah, so I mean, it's just, you know, just sharing, right? Sharing is caring.
All right, is there anybody else who didn't put their name down but would like to share a story now?
Rick, do you have a ghost story? Mr. I don't believe.
All right.
Well, he's being better.
I'll talk about Brandon.
Brandon? You want to talk about Brandon or
Yeah.
Red?
I'll do Brandon. I'll talk about the client one we had.
Sure, okay. So just to intro this, when we went to go do a public investigation at the Brandon Museum, these lucky ducks stuck around. Well, I had something. I had to go back to Winnipeg. It was on the May long weekend. I wasn't invited, but I couldn't stick around. But they actually did a private investigation that somebody had asked them to come see. So we're
Yes.
actually going to send that one.
And just so everybody's aware, we do have permission from the owner and the people who were there to speak
I
about
still
this.
gotta finish the research, quite frankly. That's
Yes.
my bad.
That's what no, it's all good. It's part of what I'm going to talk about.
Yeah.
So this investigation was in a very old building, built in, I believe it was 1912. And it had been used for multiple different things. I mean, it had been a Navy building, it had been restaurants, it had been, they called it Cradle to Grave, so it was a furniture and mortuarium.
Yikes.
Owned by brothers. One brother
Talk
owned the
about coming and
furniture
going.
company and one brother owned the mortuarium.
They got you coming and going.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, like I said, there's a lot of different stories that you could look into and things like that. So we went there initially because the owner had talked about, you know, her employee had been touched and had heard somebody say, you know, what are you doing? Meanwhile, there's nobody in there. And that was as recently as 2 weeks prior to us going out there. So we're like, you know what, let's just go out and have some fun and, you know, see what we can find out for these lovely people. The activity started as soon as we put down our equipment.
Damn.
It was crazy. So the first piece of equipment I put out was called a trip line. And that is used, it uses EMF to light up. And you can kind of trace where people are going, or, well, not people, but spirits.
And it's very hard to set off. Like, it sounds like, you know, you gotta like really whack
one of these lights. There's about, what's 8 of them, I think,
Yeah.
out of 6 feet. And you got to really bang these things to set it off. So for something to make all the lights go off, that's definitely success.
Yeah, so as soon as we put it down and turned it on, it started lighting up immediately. And what the women had told us is that that was actually where their break room used to be. So we had laid it right across where a wall previously was that they had removed. And that was where a lot of the activity had been happening in the building. So they had been locked in the lunchroom because something had taken the cord from the vacuum and tied it around the door handle.
God.
So they couldn't open the door.
That's
They
not
actually
good.
had to go out a different door and go
Jeez.
around to,
Wow.
lots of stories like that. So we started talking right away, and we were there from probably investigating from about 8 to midnight, so for 4 hours. And that's pretty much the only place we investigated because it was so busy. We were getting
Active,
so
yeah.
much responses. It was just constant. And throughout the night, we were getting some names, and one of the names that we got was Penny. And then some of the responses we were getting through one of the other devices we were using, which was called a spirit chat. So that's where we got the name Penny from. It's basically like a digital dictionary. So the idea is that spirits can pull words out from this and they can just use them to create sentences or words or things like that. So Penny came across, and then it started saying things like water and painful and all these not really nice words. So while they were investigating, I just went to the side and I Googled Penny, Brandon, murder. And there was one article that came up. And it was for a little 10-year-old girl named Penny Ida who had been murdered in 1984. And when I said it out loud, because I had been in one of the other areas, the women all looked at me and they went, Ida? I'm like, yeah. They're like, that was one of the names we got earlier too.
Oh, wow.
So the two names corresponded to this little
Yeah.
girl, this 10-year-old girl who had been
Aw.
murdered just outside of Brandon. It's crazy.
sad.
But yeah, it was a really, really interesting night. They talked to the brothers who owned it. They heard from soldiers as well.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm excited to go through the evidence and see what else we can come up with. For
I
them.
can't wait for the evidence either. And to finish the research, which I have to do. And like the thing is, when you're dealing with like anything like apartment buildings, hospitals, churches, multi-use facilities, like there's going to be so many things that have gone on, good and bad, over the years. So it's so hard to ever really nail down any one specific incident, right? And I mean, contrary to what people assume, misnomer, like, I mean, I'm no comparison to Ashley and her crew with the investigations and stuff. They've been doing this for a long time. But just talking with people and, some of our own experiences between me and Cheryl, a lot of things we find, like, there's like such thing as transient spirits, just because, and I'm not trying to say this to freak people out, because people think, oh, well, my house was built in 2020, I'm fine. That's not really a thing, because even though somebody hasn't died in the house, doesn't mean that it can't have something.
It could be
show
connected
up.
to the land.
Possessions, land, transient spirits, water, like rivers are a conductor, highways are a conductor,
Railways.
limestone. Yeah, so I mean, there is transient spirits. We spoke with a really interesting person from Marchand many years ago, and she told us the story of the old man in the woods that goes around and tries the doorknobs and stuff.
Oh, I've
And-
never heard that one.
Oh yeah, and really cool lady, and I think she was pagan. I'm not too sure, but she was telling us stuff that I'd never heard before. But it's like, well, that makes sense, like just like the railways. That actually, she's the one who brought up the railways, right? Because it's conductor of energy, and energy is energy. So when people die and their spirits carry on, like it doesn't dissipate. Like it still is here. So I mean, which is kind of nice. Just don't come in my house. Anyway, did you see the curtain move again? Anyway, But yeah, so yeah, I can't wait to do more research on the
building.
multiple use of that business.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So should we maybe do a draw so we can close off the evening?
Sure.
Shall we?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Want me to get down and
I'll get it.
you'll grab it?
I'll get it. Your odds are all looking good here, people.
Yeah, a bunch of people left. So does everybody have their name in the draw? Ashley. Yay! Woo!
You can pick one or two, but I'm gonna want that one.
Thank you. You want to draw the next one, Ashley? Congratulations, both of you. All right,
Your odds
so
tonight are really good for winning prizes, so.
thank you all so much for coming out and sticking around for the stories. I hope you guys enjoyed a nice air-conditioned building.
Next month, we do have a guest speaker. If anybody is interested, we'll have them on our socials. Next month's speaker is Michelle LeRae. Her business is Spiritual Path, Guided Spiritual Path or Spiritual Path. She's actually a death doula. So you know how people have a doula for bringing people into the world? Well, she specializes in helping people exit the world. So she's going to give us more information, some of her stories, things that she's seen and experienced, as well as what exactly she does to help people. So it's,
Yeah, it should be an interesting conversation.
should be an interesting conversation for sure. She's a very nice girl. So anyway, so again, my name is Jazz. My podcast, our podcast, is Giving Up the Ghost Podcast. It's downloaded everywhere: Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, everywhere. If you would like to reach out and tell us a story or get a hold of us, again, our email address is givinguptheghostpodcast@gmail.com.
And I am Ashley from Winnipeg Paranormal Group. If you need to get a hold of us, best chance is to email us at wpgparanormal@gmail.com. But you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You know, look us up and come say hi. Make sure you guys are watching out for our events because they are up and running. So we have St. James on June 13th, which is sold out already. But we also will be having some other events. We're in talks with the Downlevert. We're going out to Verdun, Fort Lorraine, which is in Portage la Prairie. That's a really interesting one if you guys are willing to travel a little bit. And yeah, there's a couple other places on our docket. So
And honestly, though, it's a very quiet night, but I swear to God, we've had as much as 70 people on some of these nights. I swear. Not that I'm trying to sell this or anything, but it's just
bring your friends.
you know, parking downtown a Wednesday night. So tell people what we do, and yeah, like we want to hear your stories, and come out to the Winnipeg Paranormal events,
Yes.
and I think we should come out to Selkirk.
I'll promote you.
Awesome. We'll do. That sounds like a plan. Actually,
I'll give you some cards, and then you can.
Come out to like work it.
yeah.
Love to come out anywhere.
That'd be awesome. And yeah, so I could talk forever, but we'll call it here. But as we say at the end of every episode, do you know this one, Charisse? Do you remember?
Yeah.
Should I put you on the spot? I put a girl on the spot last time and she totally flubbed it and I felt so bad. So come up here. So what we always say at the end of every podcast episode is remember to live every day like it is your last.
But never give up the ghost.
Never give up the ghost. Thanks, Charisse.
Thank you. All right. Have a great night, everybody. Drive safe,
Don't
And-
pick up any hitchhikers.
and see you next month.
Do not stop. Do not stop.
Do not stop it. Go.
That's right.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, come on
A
up.
little too shy.
No, all good. Come on up.
Definitely.
Do you want to be recorded?
Are you okay if I record
Or
for
do
the
you just want
podcast or
that?
just?
Either one, sorry.
Sure, we'd love to hear it.
More of an alien theory.